Triple H has built an empire within WWE that spans decades, transforming from a controversial wrestler into one of the most powerful executives in professional wrestling history. But right now, a growing storm of fan outrage is threatening to tear down everything he has worked for. The question on everyone's mind is simple yet explosive: should the man who practically runs WWE be fired? Before we dive deep into this controversy, make sure you hit that subscribe button because this situation is getting more intense by the day. The wrestling community is experiencing a massive divide that goes beyond normal fan disagreements. This is about the very direction of the company and whether Triple H is leading it toward greatness or driving it into the ground. Social media platforms are flooded with hashtags demanding his removal, petitions are circulating with thousands of signatures, and former wrestlers are speaking out about their concerns. The tension has reached a boiling point where casual fans and hardcore supporters are questioning if the game has finally met his match. To understand why this movement exists, we need to look at the booking decisions that have fans pulling their hair out. Creative storylines that seemed promising are being abandoned halfway through without explanation. Wrestlers who were being built up as the next big thing suddenly disappear from television for weeks or even months. Championship reigns feel either too short or dragged out far beyond their natural conclusion. Fans are tired of investing their time and emotional energy into narratives that go nowhere. The treatment of certain superstars has become a major flashpoint in this controversy. Talented performers who could be carrying the company are stuck in repetitive matches that do nothing to advance their characters. Meanwhile, others receive push after push despite lukewarm crowd reactions. The favoritism accusations are flying fast and furious, with many pointing to Triple H's personal relationships and backstage politics as the root cause. Whether these claims are fair or not, the perception alone is damaging his reputation among the fan base. Another huge issue revolves around the creative stagnation that has set in since he took control of creative operations. The shows have started feeling formulaic and predictable. Where is the innovation that wrestling desperately needs? Where are the risky storylines that make fans talk about WWE on Monday morning? Instead of pushing boundaries, the product feels safe and sanitized, designed not to offend anyone but also failing to excite anyone. The edge that made wrestling appointment television has been dulled to the point where viewers are tuning out in droves. The handling of legacy acts versus new talent has created another fault line. Veteran wrestlers are taking up valuable television time that could be used to build the future of the company. Every time a legend returns for another run, it feels like the younger generation gets pushed further down the card. How are new stars supposed to emerge when the spotlight constantly shines on the same familiar faces from a decade ago? The argument that legends draw ratings is becoming harder to justify when those ratings continue to decline regardless. Behind-the-scenes chaos has also contributed to the growing discontent. Reports of last-minute script changes, chaotic production meetings, and wrestlers learning their matches just hours before showtime have become alarmingly common. This kind of instability creates an environment where nobody can do their best work. Performers need time to prepare and develop chemistry with their opponents. When everything is being rewritten on the fly, the quality suffers and the audience can tell something is off. The financial side of this debate cannot be ignored either. Despite record profits from television deals and international expansion, the actual attendance numbers and viewership metrics tell a different story. Arenas that used to sell out in minutes now have entire sections of empty seats. Streaming numbers are not meeting expectations. Merchandise sales for certain push talent are underwhelming at best. When the business indicators start pointing downward, the person in charge of creative naturally becomes the target of criticism. Comparing the current era to what came before has fueled even more frustration. Remember when every episode felt crucial and storylines built logically towards satisfying conclusions? When championships meant something because they were protected and defended with prestige? When promos had intensity and matches had real stakes? The nostalgia might be somewhat exaggerated, but the core complaint remains valid. Something fundamental has shifted in how WWE operates, and many fans believe Triple H's vision is simply not connecting with modern audiences. The communication breakdown between WWE and its fan base represents perhaps the most fixable yet most ignored problem. Fans want to feel heard and valued, not dismissed as toxic or unreasonable whenever they express legitimate concerns. Social media has given everyone a voice, and when those voices are consistently ignored or mocked, resentment builds. A little transparency about creative decisions or acknowledgement of mistakes could go a long way, but instead there seems to be a bunker mentality that only makes things worse. Some supporters argue that Triple H inherited a difficult situation and needs more time to fully implement his vision. They point to positive developments like improved women's division booking, better match quality, and opportunities for international talent. These are valid points that deserve consideration. Change in a massive corporation does not happen overnight, and expecting immediate perfection is unrealistic. However, patience has limits, and many fans feel that limit has been exceeded. The question of what comes next looms large over this entire discussion. If Triple H were actually removed from his position, who would replace him? Would a new regime really do better, or would we be trading one set of problems for another? These practical considerations complicate the simple demand for his firing. Wrestling fans are passionate, but sometimes that passion clouds judgment about the bigger picture and long-term consequences. Whether you believe Triple H should stay or go, one thing is crystal clear: WWE is at a crossroads, and the decisions made right now will shape the industry for years to come. The fans have spoken loudly about their frustrations, and how the company responds will determine if this controversy fades away or explodes into something much bigger. Make sure you subscribe to stay updated on this developing situation, because things are changing fast and you will not want to miss what happens next.